everyone. Welcome to another episode of Caffeinated Coverage Talk with Todd and Michelle. I am Michelle Berndt, president and partner at InsurTech Hub.
I'm Todd Hall, CEO and founder.
Please help me in welcoming two very special friends of ours. First, we have Marty Gold. He is one of the original founders of EHP, known as the Employer's Choice, and also Holly Remus, executive director of Broker Partnerships. Welcome, Marty and Holly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we dive into the good stuff, the business, I guess we'll call it, this is all about caffeine because we cannot get through the day without it. And we know that you guys agree to that. So, Marty, do you drink coffee?
I do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What kind is your favorite?
Well, Starbucks, caramel macchiato, venti, 2 extra shots, maybe 3, depending on the day.
Okay. I love it. And daily, how many cups a day? Be honest.
2 to 3 in the morning, and depending if Holly and I are working late nights, it'll probably be another 2 or 3 at night.
Do they keep you up at night? Because if I drink past like 5, maybe 6 p.m., I'm up all night.
No, I can go to sleep. I can literally have a cup of coffee and take a nap right after.
Oh, okay. That's impressive. That's a skill that I think we could do a podcast on, you teaching people to do.
I don't think Marty sleeps. I'll get an email at midnight or 2 in the morning, 8 a.m., 10 a.m. It's like, I think he's on 24/7.
Oh my gosh. And you have a baby at home.
Yep, we have a baby, and we have a 7 and a 10-year-old as well.
Oh my gosh. Holly, what about you? Are you a coffee drinker, my love? I know the answer, but.
Girl, you remember my coffee stuff I brought to the meeting we had in Orlando? I'm a coffee snob. I'm do the pour over. I gotta have the froth. Yeah, I drink coffee. I only drink 2 cups a day, so
that's not bad. But can we just pause the podcast and talk about this for a minute? So we had a team meeting in Orlando, and keep in mind, Holly's only there for one night, and she wasn't even sure she was going to spend the first night, and she pulls up, and with an entourage in the back seat. She has a suitcase like she's going to be gone to Italy for 2 weeks. She's got all these little bags, and one of the bags is just for her coffee. And she's got devices that she brought with. She's got frothers. She's got, everything you could imagine. Now, we did use her stuff, so I'm not going to lie. It was kind of nice. But like when she brought the coffee shop, she literally brought the coffee shop. I liked it, actually, so thank you.
I don't like the plastic, so it's like I do the glass pour over, and I'm one of those freaks about plastic. I hate it.
Hey, it's bad for the ocean, and you live in Florida. We can't thank you guys enough. We know how busy EHP is, and for you to take time out of your day to join us. So cheers, my friends.
Cheers. Awesome.
All right, let's dive in. We are so thrilled that you guys are not only speaking at our conference next week, you're sponsoring and you're a vendor table. So thank you. This is going to be a very exciting time. We are setting the record for not only our 5th annual, but the most people in attendance. And no, it's not too late to register. You can even show up the day of. We'd love to have you. So let's dive in. Marty, I'm going to start with you, our OG. And one of the things I noticed is that EHP delivers next-gen preventive care through smart technology. I keep hearing that word a lot. Real-time health insights and seamless access to proactive support. Can you tell us how EHP came about to offer all of that?
Well, it came to fruition, and really just kind of the market generated the demand for something like this, right? Where you have employers that are facing, year over year changes in just a premium increase, right? It's really driving the market for employers to find additional ways to, one, help their employees get healthier, because a lot of them are moving to high deductible health plans that are requiring their employees to have higher deductibles, more out-of-pocket expenses. So employees need additional tools and resources to get access to care that's inexpensive, if not free in most cases, right? And our model EHP is proactive, not reactive healthcare, right? How can we get and assist employees of being healthier, drinking less coffee, right? And more importantly, identify things before they happen, like diabetes, right? Or high blood pressure, right? And that's kind of what drove this wave and this I guess I wouldn't say market, but yeah, the market of
Oh,
preventive and
yeah.
proactive healthcare.
How many years has EHP been around now?
A little over 3 years now,
Okay.
right?
Well, Holly, we at EHP we have our partnership with Revive Health, and which is an amazing partnership we have with those guys. Tell us a little bit more about how the virtual care clinic works, for our customers at EHP.
Gotcha. Well, I think Revive is really the heartbeat of the membership for us. Every employee enrolls in EHP, gets unlimited virtual primary care, urgent care, mental health, wellness support, weight loss, prescriptions, and no deductibles, no surprise bills. So it really helps those employees, financially with, no out-of-pocket expenses for the virtual healthcare. On top of that, Revive model's a little different. They get assigned a dedicated care team, and they can virtual call or video call or virtual or call. So it makes the program really easy to use. And it kind of feels like concierge without the price tag, basically. So.
And John, with Revive, was on our podcast. What was that, Todd, last month? And so
Yes.
that was great. I mean, I feel like I call it telemedicine, but telemedicine is like the wave of the future. I won't even tell you how many times we've used it in our house. Like, it is game changer. And I think thanks to COVID, I guess there was a couple good things that came out of COVID. We're able to do things like that. So now it's like it introduced this thing that it's really the wave of the future. Why in heaven's name would I take off work, go and sit in a waiting office for gosh knows how long around sick people, and then finally 2 hours later get to see a doctor and maybe get an answer? I mean, it's just a no-brainer. I love it.
It is.
And I think as time goes on, we're going to see more of that virtual care clinic. As technology gets better, it'll be used more and more for things they're not even using it for now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Heck yeah.
And what I'm seeing too, we're talking to a lot of employers, and just my personal usage. I mean, I am 47 now, but I've probably been a doctor probably less than 5 times my whole life. Now that I have access to a virtual care platform, when I'm just feeling a little tickle in my throat, I'm calling, I'm going to take care of this. Where before I'll wait till Wednesday, I'll wait till Friday to get that taken care of, right? Yep. And then you end up just getting worse, and they say, you know what, I'm just going to do, I'll fill it out, right? But from an employee standpoint, I mean, in the economy that we're currently living in, with gas prices and insurance premiums at an all-time high, people don't have that extra $60 to $100 for a copay for urgent care. They don't have the ability to take off day of work, right? Because they don't want to use their PTO, right? So to give employees access and employers access to a program that's virtually and again, just as good as going to the doctor, right?
You are so right. I'll be
Amen.
45 in July, and I didn't even think about that, Marty, because I never went to the doctor because I put work before my health. Not smart, I know. But you're right. I didn't have time to take off, nor did I want to spend my PTO on a whole day at the doctor's office. But how many times I've used telemedicine is just crazy. So yeah, it allows us to put our health first. I love that. So speaking of customers, who is the ideal customer for EHP, and is there a required number of employees to participate? How large can we go, etc.?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the minimum, and again, the minimum's a word I wouldn't use. The ideal, the avatar we want to work with for a business owner, they want to be around 20 to 25 W-2 employees that are full-time. Okay. And the reason we want to do that is that's where we're going to have the most success for that client, that employer, right? They're going to see the reduction in their FICA responsibility. But more importantly, those full-time employees, they're offering major medical, right? That's right. So we're working with employers that have health insurance, right? And as we know, small employer groups that have health insurance, their premiums are a lot higher than those larger groups, right? So that 25 range, 20 and 25, that on the larger side, again, I don't want to say infinite, right? Can you do a million person case? Probably. But again, realistically, we're going to work around that 5,000 to 6,000 life would be not the max, but again, from an avatar perspective where we will realistically help that employer. And again, we want to be as realistic as possible with this program. So 20, 25 to about 5,000 full-time W-2s.
Love it. Love it. Holly, we have for a lot of our broker partners that are listening in, how easy is it for a business to enroll in EHP?
Well, we designed a really broker-friendly process, I feel, and HR-friendly. It's not too difficult, but I think we have some new things coming up, and maybe Marty will chime in on that a little later. But it's pretty much a simple census, or we can put the program on Employee Navigator or whatever platform somebody's using. Either it makes it easier, because they can actually enroll them on a platform or a spreadsheet, do an employer presentation to the employees. That's pretty simple, seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So it's not overbearing, because a lot of times when a company is installing a new employee benefit program, first thing the HR folks are like, oh my gosh, this is too much work. And there is some work. It's not like there's not going to be work to install our program, but the value for the employees and the employer way outweighs what little bit of extra work to layer, to complement, because that's what our program does. It complements, doesn't really compete with anything else. Correct. It complements and lays on top of it. But yeah, it's fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I always like to say is it sits on top of what they have in place. We're not going to interfere with the current program they have, right? Mm-hmm. As Todd said, it's going to complement, right? So as we work with broker agents, right, it's not going to interfere with their open enrollment period, right? So this program can be enrolled 365, right? Any day of the month, any day of the year. That's an open enrollment period. And we always recommend to enroll this type of program outside their traditional open enrollment, because sometimes employees are going to have an increase in their pay, right? Their net take home. And again, a lot of times employees, when they're getting that premium increase year over year, they're using that increase in their net to help offset their premium increase, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why we like to be outside their traditional open enrollment, and it has less confusion, right? Because if we're going to be complementary to their services already, we don't want to be during their open enrollment period and just cause more confusion and chaos, as they say.
So I hope your listeners heard something that Marty said there. It is not to replace what businesses already have. It's to pair it with. And I think that's important because, I think employers would be more open to hearing something of this value because it is significant in knowing we're not trying to change everything you're doing with your business. This is a value add, guys, and a huge one at that. So you pair it with what you already have. Your employees are going to be super happy. So thank you. I hope everyone was listening on that part. Now, Marty, on your website, it talks about reducing healthcare costs, which I hope is the goal of every healthcare entity in 2026 going forward, and lowering employer taxes. Wow. How is EHP able to do that?
So we're able to lower the employer's payroll tax, right? We're able to use certain IRC tax codes that allows us to reduce their taxable payroll per paycheck, right? Per pay period. So the employer is going to have a reduction in their taxable payroll, and the employee is going to have the same, right? A similar reduction in their taxable payroll. So by doing so, we're utilizing special type of Section 125 tax codes and compliance that we're allowed to do with our wellness program from a pre-tax basis. So when we do so, those employers on average are saving about $640 and up per year per employee that participates in the program, right? And then on the employee side, because an employee, when you're reducing your taxable payroll on an employee side, they generate additional savings as well. And that's where those employees are excited to participate, right? They're like, I get access to a virtual care platform, right? There's no additional cost to access that platform, right? And on top of it, I have a way now to subsidize and offset my expense from a premium for health insurance. Yeah. Maybe it's gas prices. They can use that allotment how they see fit.
Love it. Love it. Holly, in reference to Revive Health, I know we've talked about Revive on their website. And I know in general in the telemedicine industry, And we'll get this objection from some employer groups that employees don't use it. And that maybe might be true for some traditional telemedicine. That could be in that single digit utilization. But Revive is really unique. Our partnership and how we drive this with the employees is that on their website, it says they get within the first year up to 50% utilization within the first plan year, that is absolutely off the chart. That's impressive. And how can you maybe expand on how they do that a little bit, possibly how they get that much participation?
I'm gonna let Marty run that down.
He's the OG on that one.
OG, and I know Holly knows very well, but so the first and foremost, and what makes us really unique, and we're really excited, and just our value prop here is we educate first. We educate the employer, we educate our brokers, we educate the employees, right? So the reason we get that utilization, especially with Revive, is that we're educating those employees on the program, how it's different what they currently have, right? And when I say different, it's the ability to have access to a doctor literally in your pocket and get access to medications and whatnot. But again, it doesn't stop there, right? We have outreach, we have technology, we have pop-ups within the application, we have calling, right? We call and remind the employees, hey, did you know you have access to this? And when employees enroll in the program, right, one of the benefits that they get access to is 1,000 different maintenance medications. It's a cool, right? Z-Packs, antibiotics.
That's a lot.
Insulin, right? There's a lot of different maintenance medications, and about 2/3 of their maintenance medications will be covered on that platform at no additional cost for that employee. But the cool thing about it is that a lot of times on our participatory, our assisted enrollments, we ask those employees, what maintenance medications are you taking? And they're like, oh, did you know that this is covered on the platform? Let's go ahead and get your application set up, or your app, get you enrolled, and let's go and transfer that maintenance medication onto this platform so we can alleviate that cost on that side. So when we do that, right, that's where we get that utilization. Now that employee's in the program, right? Now they're saying, wait, you have a weight health? Oh, I've always wanted to get healthier. Not just your traditional weight health, go to the gym and do, run on the treadmill. This is going to be more assisted. I mean, they get to talk to a primary care. Did you need your labs ordered, right?
Personalized.
And then did someone follow up with you? Did someone hold you accountable, like a personal trainer? Like, hey, you said you had a meeting today. This was important to you. Let's go ahead and schedule that follow-up call for this, right? That's where we're different with our wellness program. EHP is, again, we're not just trying to get employers to sign up. We want the employees to utilize the application to actually get access to that proactive and preventive care. So that way we can offset those healthcare costs, which is, I didn't go to the doctor this month. I'm unhealthy, right? Or I'm sick. I know I have this cold. I'm going to go and put it off till next week. Ends up happening is now the employers, you got everyone sick at work. Your household's sick, right? So
This is good stuff. The follow-up is key, man, because even for myself, I always have the best intentions of getting healthy. But if you don't have someone holding you accountable and having that follow-up, it just doesn't happen. So I hope everyone is hearing that this personalized white glove service, that's where it's at. That's a legit wellness program.
Michelle, I'm actually using Revive Health's weight management program right now. And I'm on the monthly shot that they do. But like Marty said, my goodness, that physician, I have a physician that I'm in touch with. Yeah. So he's working with me. It's actually, sometimes it's too much. They want to talk to me too much and help me. I don't have enough time to, but in order to, but it's extremely hands-on, engaged. And I've lost 20 pounds. I'm halfway to I wanted to lose 40. Yeah. It's like, my brother-in-law says I'm not overweight. I'm just too short. So if I was 6 foot, but anyway.
He just wants to look good up on that stage for the conference.
that ship sailed a long time ago. Trust me.
Whatever. I have a question about the network, Holly. Customers are used to, with any type of health or wellness, or they got to stick to the network. Is there a network for EHP?
Were you asking me?
Yes.
No, it's virtual healthcare with Revive.
So the network is, they get access. You could be in California on the beach to Florida on the beach. You'll still get access. Yeah, you're going to get access to a doctor virtually, no matter where you're at. Medications, right? Access virtually. Obviously, you'll get mail order medications. Even on the mental health aspect, 14,000 different providers on mental health. So again,
Wow.
the network is Revive. The network is EHP, right? So again, we just give the employees access to almost unlimited access to care, resources, and doctors.
Perfect. That's what I was aiming for, because I don't want a member to think like, I got to go make sure they're in network, right? This is totally different.
100%. It's actually a complete virtual care clinic. Because when you think telemedicine, you think I got the flu and I need to get a medication. Yes, that's part of it, the urgent care, but they also have a primary care physician you can have. They got the weight management program. They got, like Marty said, the mental health, where over 14,000 licensed practitioners. They have their own pharmacy. So there's a whole care clinic that's associated with that.
And I think, Michelle, you brought up a great point. How do we help offset healthcare costs, right? How do we reduce that, right? A lot of the viewers and people watching this podcast, they're brokers, right? They have clients that are self-funded or level funded. With our program, if we just have the FICA reduction, we also have the claim reduction, right? For those level funded and self-funded clients.
Yeah.
On average right now, we're seeing about a 4 to 8% reduction in claims submitted for self-funded clients.
Wow.
That's money back in the employer's pocket, right? So if they're anticipating $1 million in claims and we can reduce that by 4% on the low side, that's additional savings for the employer. And that goes back to utilization, right? If we can increase that utilization, get to that 50% year one, that means less urgent care and ER visits for that client that, again, could be done 100% virtually, less medication claims, right? That's where we're going to see a lot of the true savings come from.
That's huge, Marty. Redirecting those claims, that percentage off of their medical plan onto the Revive or the wellness platform, that's huge. That's significant savings.
And we talk a lot, healthcare is broken, right? We know that.
Correct.
Healthcare is reactive. We know that, right? So let's be let's be proactive, right? With our healthcare, right? Identify things before they happen, help the employees get access to care that they normally wouldn't have done because of time and money.
Preventative.
Maybe this is one of the reasons we're so busy with EHP right now.
Right?
There's just such a huge demand. Yeah, it's like, well, Marty, Holly, we know your time is super, super valuable, and we're super grateful. Appreciate both of you being on today. But Marty, Mr. OG, my brother, Big Daddy, as we're wrapping this up, is there anything new with EHP in this year that you wanted to, which I know that you want to maybe?
Yeah, especially on the broker side.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, especially on the broker side, right? Obviously, we're from a technology standpoint, we're creating certain views to allow brokers. Brokers are more self-sufficient, right? They have the relationship with the client. They can get the data that's needed to generate the proposals and allotments, right? So what we're doing is our big initiative, and again, it might sound cliche, is we want to teach our brokers to fish, right? And in doing so, we need technology to do so. Right now, we build it on an employer act portal, meaning when a broker brings on a case or an affiliate brings on a case, the owner or the business itself will have a journey, right? They'll be able to upload their census, upload their payroll documents, do mock payroll, schedule onboarding, schedule enrollments, all within one back office system where we can expedite the process for enrollment, right? I think, Holly, we talk about this all the time. Brokers want the enrollment today, right? It's the 29th. The first is 2 days away. Can we, is this case good to go now? Right.
Right.
So what we want to do is we want to build technology to allow that broker to manage their cases effectively, generate their proposals instantly. So that way, again, they can fish and really onboard more cases. So
Love it.
You mentioned something about some trainings and how often you're holding them. So to walk a broker through, because you don't have to be licensed to sell this, correct?
Yeah, on the EHP side, if you're a broker, obviously you're licensed, right?
Right.
If it's just a wellness component, you don't.
Okay.
And something I do want to mention with EHP is the reason we're so successful is we're just doing the wellness component. We're not going in there with additional benefits that's taken away from that broker, right? Because the broker makes their living on selling voluntary health insurance, life insurance, et cetera, right? We don't want to interfere with that. What we want to do is give the employer and employee access to additional savings that they can now spend on those types of benefits that they see that broker.
Perfect. So if I join the team, what can I expect with resources? Do you do virtual trainings, in-person trainings? Tell us all about that, because I know you
Great.
guys
Yeah. So
cooking.
first thing we do is we do weekly trainings every Wednesday and Thursdays, right?
Okay.
We have new affiliate trainings, meaning if you have somebody who likes to know about the opportunity working with EHP on our broker side, on our affiliate side, right? That's every Friday we do that, where they sign up, you can learn about that. We do on-site training for our larger affiliates and brokers who have teams who would like to learn more about how do I submit a deal? What is this program really about, right?
Okay.
How can I be successful and how can I educate my contacts properly in the program? We do that every single month, right?
Wow.
In downtown Jacksonville, we have about 40 to 60 individuals every single month coming here. And again, we have a waiting list already that's already booking for June of people looking to come here. So again, there are, I don't know, within our niche of that 20 to 25 to 5,000, there's probably about 20 to 21 million small businesses in that, right?
Wow.
There's less than 2 or 3% of those businesses actually using these types of programs. So when we say fishing, we're fishing from a pond that has millions and millions of fish in it, right?
100%.
And it's just
yeah, this is a gold mine. Listen up, agents. This is a gold mine. Like you're going to benefit everyone in the circle, right? I mean, your customers are going to be satisfied. The retention's obviously going to be there when they see how much money you're going to save them. But you're going to be very happy with your paycheck. Like, let's just be real. And so everyone wins, and that's what it's about, right? We want to help the customers first and foremost, but we want our agents to live happily and be successful too. So Marty and Holly, thank you. Thank you for being our guests today. If people want more information, where should they go? Is there a website? What should they do for next steps?
So if they want more information, what I'd really recommend is connect with Holly, right? Or Todd, but obviously Holly is doing an amazing job with that relationship on the broker side. Obviously go to Todd, but again, if anybody has questions, please go to, getehp.com or work directly with Holly, but yes.
So Holly, how do they get in touch with you directly?
Well, they can email me or book on my booking link on LinkedIn.
Okay, perfect.
Book an appointment with me on LinkedIn, or they can direct message me on LinkedIn and I'll get back with them. And then we can schedule a broker meeting and, share the opportunity with them.
Yeah, one of the things that I learned about EHP when I came on board tomorrow, 8 months, by the way. Right? I can't believe it's been 8 months. I love me some InsurTech Hubs. Best decision ever. But I did not know that EHP helps with the discovery calls and the follow-up calls and the presentations. And like, you guys, if you are an agent and you're like, man, I really want to add this to my portfolio, but I am already at the brim, like I can't take any more. You just go fish in the pond, find the prospects, and EHP will do the rest for you. That is a no-brainer. So no more excuses of why you can't add this to your portfolio. When I found that out, I'm like, whoa, we're going to town promoting this because that's huge.
Michelle, not only is it a turnkey type of lean into EHP for that, the people that do those positions there are phenomenal. You actually I always say, even if you know the answer, don't tell them. Get those folks on from the discovery call team, the proposal call team, because they are absolutely, they're amazing what they do. So so lean in.
Best team for sure.
They are.
No, you really do. Not only are they fantastic, they will seal the deal for you. And isn't that the point, right? So lean on them. You're not, I mean, yes, we want you to know EHP in and out. That's your job for customers, but the experts are them. So let them do what they do best. So, and I brought that up because Holly, you've been so amazing to work with. Like, our brokers know that they can go to you because they trust you. You're reliable. So thank you. And if you want to become that expert, their trainings are phenomenal. So hook up with Marty and Holly, add this to your portfolio. It's not too late. In fact, you can do it before the conference. Wink, wink. So, all right, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Caffeinated Coverage Talk. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned. We have some new guests coming up that are in the industry, but bring totally different, let's say, skills to the table. Could it be just how to grow your business or leadership or how to be your own boss? We've got some new topics coming up that I think you're really going to love. So cheers, my friends.
Cheers. Awesome. Holly, Marty, thank you guys. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thank you so much.